Okay, good afternoon all. Hi students, good afternoon all. I am Praveen Kumar from PC department, assistant professor. I hope many of the students you know very well. I'm going to handle the optical communication in our 7th semester. So before going to start our subject or EC 8751 optical communication, uh, I will type on website in our chat box. Go to that and please follow my instructions carefully. Okay. www.menment.com. Please type this website in your URL or in a Google. Anyone please respond simultaneously, then only I can understand that either you are following or not. Go to this website, type www.minty.com, then type 390557. Uh, Go to this www.minty.com and type the code 390557. Wait, I will give one more instruction. I will present on my screen now. Now I am sharing my screen. I hope all the students can see my presentation. Clear? It is visible? It is visible? Please unmute and communicate. Yeah, okay. Go to this www.minty.com and type the access code 390557. I think you can see the screen. What comes to your mind when you hear the word optical communication? So once visit www.minty.com and type 390557, you can see one question. Type your question on a screen on the particular question. Are you following my questions or are you following my instructions?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
okay. What comes to mind when you hear the word optical communication? Light, very good. Physics, a medium of communication, good, super. 3 people responded. Fiber optics, internal reference, okay, good. Lossless communication, very good. Fiber optical, optical fiber, very good, super. Bandwidth and speed, super. Internet, light carrying information, super. Communication using light, good. I think all the people can see this presentation, no? Yes or not?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, super, good. Yeah, medium of communication, super. Yeah, it is medium of communication. 24 people have responded. Some other people, I think, remaining people, please go to www.meet.com and type your code and ask, read the questions and post your one-word comment. Like carrying information. Some other light speed communication, communication using light, good. 29 people have responded. Okay. Any other? 31. Fiber optical, bandwidth and speed. Okay, good. Internet, light. Super. I think that is I have to that is so basically I have to know how come you are knowing the word optical communication. I think most of the people have having an idea of what is optical communication. That is like carrying information, communication using light, or in terms of light we are sending the information, or in terms of maybe for the internet purpose we are using optical cable or optical communication. Someone said the bandwidth and speed super, and someone mentioned that lossless communication definitely. Without loss, it is not possible. Loss may be very less, but I can maybe that is your view. Definitely, I can understand that there is lossless communication, and carrying signals definitely. Communication using light super. That is underwater cable. Yes, someone said underwater cable also. So that is also comes under like optical communication system. 39. Okay, I will stop here. So this is the idea of optical communication. Something with the help of light, or if you're having any information, maybe that information will be carried by the optical signal as an optical signal. If you're transmitting to one point to another point, that is optical communication. I think 40 people. Yes, super. Thank you. Thank you so much for your response. That is how we are going to discuss our optical communication, and maybe in upcoming classes also. So generally, all the questions or maybe all the answers I have received from your side. I hope everyone basically knows what is optical communication and things. So we are going to see. I will stop the presentation now. Once again, just wait. Someone interrupting Harini Priya. Wait, I will open my presentation PPT. My PPT, I think. Wait, few seconds. Now I think you can see my presentation. Now I am sharing. I hope all the people can see my presentation. Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, super. So already I told that either light wave communication, or the signal is carried by the light, or maybe the information which is carried by for the long distance communication, maybe with the help of speed of light, and the internet and lossless communication, everything which we are going to understand in the optical communication subject. So the subject code is EC8751 optical communication. We are going to start from the first unit as usual. So this is the idea of first unit, EC8751 unit 1, introduction to optical fibers. So what are the things we are going to see in optical first unit? That is so important. Unit 1, optical communication, that is introduction to optical fibers. So what are the things we are going to see in first unit? That is important. So you can see here the introduction. In introduction, we are going to see general intro on OC, that is optical communication, and elements in optical communication, then evaluation of optical communication, which comes under the introduction part. Then later we are going to discuss optical laws and the definitions, like what is a reflection, refraction, Snell's law, and a numerical aperture and acceptance cone, and everything which we are going to discuss under the optical laws and the definitions. And optical mode is third category. Here we are going to discuss either it is a single mode communication or multi-mode communication. Then we have a mode analysis, either in a planar waveguide or in a circular waveguide, which we are going to discuss later on in the first unit. Then mode analysis, extension of a mode analysis, we have to understand that since we are transmitting in the form of electromagnetic signals, all the signals will be converted into form of light. So when you are converting into the light, definitely we have to know what is the TE mode and the TM mode. That is transverse electric mode and also the transverse magnetic mode characteristics. So that we are going to discuss in unit 1. Then finally we are going to discuss the fiber cables. What are the type of fiber cables which we are using for the communication, especially in optical communication from one point to another point. So in that, what are the materials they have used or we are going to use for manufacturing purpose of optical cables, and also the fabrication techniques. All those things which comes under unit 1. So in this picture, you can understand that the basic idea. I hope Yesterday I have transmitted. After this, I have shared the syllabus, the lesson plan, and unit 1 question paper, that is question bank, and 2 marks, and also the unit notes, which I have handed notes. I hope all the people have received that one. Have you seen all those? Anyone? I think through Google Classroom, I have shared all those things. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, super, good. So this is idea of unit 1. So introduction, article laws and definitions, and article modes and mode analysis, and extension of that mode analysis, and the fiber cables. So next, why need optical communication? That is important. Why need of optical communication? We have which we are having information. Suppose when you are concentrating on this particular question, why need of optical communication? We have generally we have two type of medium. One is wired medium and also the wireless medium. Which optical communication, which comes under the wired communication. We have another option. We have a wireless communication also. So generally, when you're comparing wired and wireless, maybe we are dealing the parameter in optical system or optical communication. So all those signals will be converted into the form of light. Whatever the signals if you are having, it may be a data, or it may be a video, or it may be an image, or any type of information which you are having in the form of maybe digital signals and also the analog signals. Those signals will be converted into the form of optical, that is in the form of light, with the help of maybe we have optical sources. So with those optical sources, with the help of those optical sources, you can convert into the light signal. So that is the thing. Generally, we are doing for that optical communication. What is the need, or why need optical communication? That is important. You can see this picture. This is recently retrieved from Cisco. They had analysis in the year of 2017 and mid 2017. They come to know that you can see here the source, maybe the source is Cisco VNA Global IP Traffic Forecast from 2017 to 22. That is 2022. Now we are in the 2020. So they did analysis from 2017 to 2022. You can see this is x-axis maybe years and y-axis maybe the exabytes per month. So they had analysis with the help of the team. Then finally they have concluded that from the 2017, you can see 2017 they assumed that 122 exabytes per month is required for the IP traffic, that is internet protocol. So definitely you know that whatever the information which you are having now, or maybe the data sheets, or maybe the notes, or maybe the video, whatever, if you are having the data will be shared through the internet protocol, that is IP traffic system. So if you are going particular that way, you have to know what is the requirement of optical communication, or what is the need of optical communication. So in 2018, they decided, they concluded, they said it's 156 exabytes per month. And then it just goes up, and you can see in 2022, it is around 396 exabytes. 396 exabytes. It is equal to 4 zettabytes per month. 4 zettabyte. For your understanding purpose, I am saying that 1 zettabyte is equal to 1 trillion movies at 1 GB each. Suppose if you're having any movie, for the understanding purpose, I am saying that for maybe if you're having one movie or any movie, it may be a 1 GB approximately, 1024 MB 1 GB approximately. So if you are saving, or if you are making 1 trillion movies at 1 GB each, you can see that is amount of 1 zettabyte. So what is I told that here we need 396 exabytes per month. It is equal to 4 zettabyte. So you can just imagine that how much the data carrying capability or data carrying medium is required. From this analysis, you can understand that what is the need of optical communication. Then it's another, I think you can see this slide. Anyone? Application wise, IP traffic. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I think you are following all the people. Yes, super. So you can see here the application wise IP traffic. This particular analysis, they are concluding that you can see we have a gaming, file sharing, and a web and data, IP word, and a managed IP video, and internet video. Here the same analysis they have did for the specific application area. So you can see this from the 2022, definitely it is equal to more than the 2017. You can see here the internet video accessing the maximum amount of area, that is 55% to 71%. That is why if you're having a large number of information, if you are having large data to share someone to a friend or from one place to another place, or from one nation to another nation, from this country, from here, if you are going to transmit information from India to maybe a US or a UK, definitely without the help of optical communication, you cannot transmit those information which you are having, like a 1 GB data or a 1 GB movie. You cannot transmit without maybe in a wireless medium. So definitely we need optical communication. We know the light speed generally. So whatever the information if you are having, those information will be converted into the form of light. So definitely that light speed carrying the information from one point to another point. So most video traffic is downstream. That is whatever the data if you are uploading and also the downloading. You can see the least bothered is gaming, and that also you are getting that 1 to 4%. But maximum you are spending is internet video from 55% to 71%. So that is the idea. So that is why we are moving with optical communication. So what does it take to communicate? That is important. So what now till now we have discussed the need of optical communication. I said for the large data communication, for the long distance communication, and also for the need of large data communication, we definitely have to go by optical communication. What does it take to communicate? First of all, one is the long distance communication. I told that users are connected across the continents, then communication channel must have a low loss. Definitely, generally in any communication system, without loss, it is not at all possible. Definitely, some amount of energy will be lost due to external disturbances or noise or some other parameters. So, if you are transmitting some amount of energy, definitely at the receiver end, the maximum energy cannot be, this maximum energy can be received. You cannot achieve, you cannot say that all the information, that's 100% of information received by the receiver. So definitely you have a loss, but we have to ensure that what is the amount of loss. So in optical communication, definitely the communication channel must have a low loss. And for your understanding purpose, maybe you can ask one question. Sir, what is the need of converting information from normal signal data to light, and then we have to implement all those things? Why we have to send those information by the form of light and everything? But you can understand by one question. Maybe you can write the 1 GB. I have already told that 1 GB movie you can store in a DVD. You can post into somewhere else. Maybe your friend can receive the DVD. Then that person has to retrieve the information from the DVD. So you can see how much process it takes. You have to write, then you have to make a post, then that post has to be, that is courier has to be reached to a destination. It will take, suppose if you are sending from India to USA, definitely it will take 7 days. So after the 7 days, definitely your person or that your recipient has know how to retrieve all those things. So to avoid that such type of issues, we are going by for optical communication and high data rates. I told that users want data without delay. Definitely, the communication channel must have a large bandwidth. Yes, we know for the large bandwidth purpose only we are going by the optical communication. And the copper cables cannot support the data rates in gigabits per second. I told that previously, previous slide, you can see here, you can see that we have maybe, so for the suppose 2020, we are taking 254 exabytes per month, approximately 2.5 or 2.5 zettabyte per month. So if you are if 2.5 is zettabyte is a required value. So definitely there should be no delay, and also the carrier, that is the medium, should support the large bandwidth. Then only you can transmit more number of information. But definitely in a copper, it is not at all possible to transmit in a gigabits per second. Yes, for the mobile communication also, it can transmit the data, but comparative optical communication, it is advantage. So users also want data on the go. Definitely within a fraction of a second, you have to get the information. If you are not getting the information, definitely you'll get bored, or maybe you will not interested on the particular video or whatever may be. So mobile communication requires a high-speed wired backbone networks to connect the stations and towers. So these are the problems in mobile communication. So we are moving with the help of optical communication. Definitely those issues will be resolved. Can you? I hope any questions from this point? Just I'm taking a break. Any questions from this point?
No, sir.
Anyone? Shall I proceed to the next one?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. So what is optical communication? And this is the general idea of optical communication. Optical fiber communications would not have been possible without definitely optical sources and optical fibers, that is a medium. Laser source in the year of 1964, they have invented the laser source. They got a Nobel Prize also. They had a different type of combination, that is semiconductor of gallium arsenic distributed feedback lasers. Maybe this DUFB lasers we will discuss in the third unit. For the general idea, without lasers, definitely a laser and LED, we cannot transmit informations. For the optical fibers, you can see here in the year of 1964, they have received that someone received the Nobel Prize for the lasers. In the year of 2009, they have received Nobel Prize for optical fibers, especially for optical fibers. I'm not talking about the laser source, and I'm not talking about the sources, and also I'm not talking about the receiver. They received he received the Nobel Prize in the year of 2009 for the only purpose of optical fibers. So optical fiber communication. The initial laws beginning in the year of 1990 and also 1980, they had a loss. What to say? It is a tremendous loss. It's definitely greater than the 1000 decibel per kilometer. So if I am transmitting one information, if suppose I am transmitting that information for the particular 1 kilometer, definitely all those informations have lost. So this happened in the year of 1980. So later on, they have moved to the techniques and new inventions of manufacturing process of optical fibers, and new techniques or new technology, design characteristics they have developed for optical fibers, and for the purpose of optical communication. They moved into from the 1000 decibel per kilometer, they have reduced that approximately 20 decibel per kilometer. It is now definitely it is very low, around 0.01 decibel per kilometer now. But due to the advantage of new inventions or new techniques, the development of recent trends, and based on that, they have achieved from 1000 decibel per kilometer to approximately 0.15 decibel per kilometer. That is the major advantage of optical fibers. That's why we are going by the help of optical communication. Then high data rate communication enables coherent detection and also the DSP. Maybe we will discuss later. So he is a person, Charles Cavo. He received for optical fiber cables, especially for optical fibers, in the year of 2009. And these are the general application of not only the listed applications. We have many applications, but generally we have for the telecommunication purpose, then computer networks, and we have television systems, and also the medical field. So these are the major and main application area of using optical fiber communication. Then we move to the evolution of optical fiber communication. So any doubts, anyone? I hope you are following. Any questions? If you are having any question, please post in the chat box. Maybe I will answer that particular question or a big issue. Any questions from student side? It is post lunch. Definitely, it is very hectic sessions. Even though we have to go on. Anyone? Aarti, Abhishek, Aditya, Darshini, Hariprasad, Harigaran. Any questions? Okay, someone said no. Okay, we will go. Oh, okay, thank you. Thank you so much. We will go the next one. That is evaluation of optical fibers. So the basic idea behind the evaluation, we have to know the basic characteristics of optical communication. This the bit rate and distance product. Bit rate and the distance. B and L. B into L. B is bit rate and L is the distance. What is the basic idea of bit rate distance product is, suppose if I am having, I know that already I told that if any communication system, it may be a wired or wireless, when you are transmitting information from one place to another place, definitely at the end of the receiver or after some time of transmission system, definitely the degradation process or signal loss will occur at the receiver. So the problem is when you are increasing the distance from the transmitter to the receiver, you have to concentrate on more on bit rate and also the distance L. So simultaneously, when you're increasing the distance, definitely maybe your data rate will get reduces at the final at one particular point. We have to concentrate more on the bit rate and distance product. Based on that, they have classified into three generations in optical system generally. First generation, second generation, and third generation. So this is the idea of first generation. I think, can you see the first generation slide? Anyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes. What you are seeing in the first generation? What are the things you are seeing in on a slide, particular slide? So please, there is a make this in as an interactive sessions. So this I know that it is through the online mode is very difficult to conduct the class such type of taking a few technical parameters and everything. Then I think you can see the first generation. This is a particulars and this is a range. So I told that if you are transmitting those information in the form of optical light or optical signal, this is not a new thing generally. Maybe in ancient time, making a light or making a fire, they are communicating information. As a tribal people, they do a communication with the help of making light or in the forest or in some other mountain area, mountain terraces area. So how they are communicating means they are making a sound or they are making a light or a fire. With the help of those signals, they are transmitting this information. So later on, the technology developed simultaneously. Then we have tremendous inventions also. So based on that, we have moved to this level of optical communication. So for the specifically, if you are asking for the first generation, the operating wavelength maybe 850 nanometer. The repeater spacing maybe 10 kilometer. I hope you hear the word repeater. What is repeater? Please unmute. Anyone, please unmute and speak. What is repeater? What is repeater? I think you have heard this word in our antenna. What is repeater?
It basically extends the range.
Okay, next. Any other?
Booster.
It's a booster. Okay, next.
Sir,
Someone?
to regenerate the signal before retransmitting it, sir.
Okay. From the that is, you are saying that in between from the transmitter and the receiver. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Good.
Yes,
okay.
sir.
Done. I am putting this question in another way. Suppose if you have a repeater in between my transmitter and the receiver, I suppose I am having a, for the example, I am taking that you have a 100-kilometer distance. Now I am here. Suppose I want to transmit some information from Chennai to Viluppuram. The distance between Chennai to Viluppuram is approximately 150 kilometer. Suppose I am placing this repeater approximately 75th kilometer, somewhere in between Chennai to Viluppuram. The what does the repeater will do? Either only the signals will be regenerated, or both the noise and the signals will be regenerated in the repeater. The question is simple. When you are placing a repeater in between the transmitter and the receiver, the repeater will do both, that is regeneration work, both signal, what this was original signal and also the noise, or only the original signal or only the noise, based on your idea.
Both signal and noise, sir.
Okay, good. Some other answers I am expecting from someone. Any other? Any answers? Anusha, are you there? Anusha, Aparna? Yeah, yes, Anusha.
sir.
What, from your idea, what is a repeater? I think all those things are forgotten.
I am thinking, sir.
What? What, ma'am?
I am still thinking.
Okay. Just think about the repeater. So generally, repeater, I said that in a repeater means someone said both the signal and also the noise will be that is regenerated or amplified. Where we need a repeater, that is the thing. Generally, I am speaking of, for the repeater spacing. In the optical communication, in the first generation, they have mentioned that the repeater spacing is 10 kilometers. So that's why in maybe in the first generation, like 1980s or 1990s, they had an issue. They faced the issue that whenever they are transmitting the information in the year of 1990, the repeater spacing is 10 kilometers. So we even within every 10 kilometers, say for already I told one example. Suppose I am from the Chennai to Viluppuram, it is around 150 kilometers. So approximately 14 repeater I have to place in between from Chennai to Viluppuram in the first generation. You can see how much amount of money I have to spend for the repeater in between from for the particular example from Chennai to Viluppuram when you are in the first generation. So definitely it is it may causes more amount of money. So for the repeater, I already told that it regenerates the signal that is from the one point to another point to that is a boost or amplification. It amplifies both your message and also the noise which is presented already in your signal. That is important. That new signals will be added, but already if it is noise there, definitely those noise also will be amplified or regenerated. Come to our optical communication. In the first generation, the repeater spacing is 10 kilometer. The bit rate, I told that bit rate and distance is important. As a bit rate, 45 to 140 megabits per second. The optical source may be gallium, aluminum, arsenic, and detector may be silicon photo detector, and fiber may be the multimode fiber. We will discuss later on what is multimode fiber and single mode fiber and everything. And the window is first window. The evaluation, when you are seeing the evaluation, first generation, second and third, simultaneously they are calling with the name of first window, second window and third window. So we have discussed, we have seen some of the parameters and the idea of first generation. We move to the second generation. The same in the second generation for the operating wavelength, that is lambda is 1300 nanometer. and a repeater spacing maybe 40 kilometer. The bit rate, I told that previously we have a bit rate is 45 to 140 megabits per second. Now in a second generation, you can see that the bit rate is 155 to 622 megabits per second in a second generation. And optical source, indium gallium arsenic phosphorus. The detector is indium gallium arsenic photodetector. And the fiber may either it is a multimode system or a single mode fiber. The window may be the second window. In the third generation, the operating wavelength is 50 nanometer. The repeater spacing is 90 kilometer, and the bit rate is 2.5 gigabits. And optical source, as usual, indium gallium arsenic. The fiber may be multimode and single mode fiber system. So this is the idea of first generation and second generation and third generation. You can see in the first generation, the operating wavelength is 850 nanometer, and second generation is 1300 nanometer, and third generation is 1550 nanometer. This is important when you are going as a point of end semester examination or maybe the CAT examination. You have to remember that first window, second window, and third window. Now, first window, I told that is 850, second window is 1330 or 1300 nanometer, and second window is 1300, and the third window is 1550 nanometer. So please be in mind, first window is 850, second window is 1300, and third window is 1550 nanometer. Maybe in going detail into that subject on unit 1, somewhere else we can say, maybe we use that and first window laser diodes. So you have to understand that if you are, I'm saying the word is first window, maybe you have to understand that is 850 nanometer. So that is how this is important. 850, 1330, 1550. Three major wavelength parameters for optical systems. Is it okay? Now it is clear of evaluation of optical fiber system. Any doubt on this, or any idea or any query? Previously I told that only the original signal. I think for which question I think I have answered. RT, I have yes, a single mode and multi mode. We have a.
Praveen, can I interfere? Praveen, sorry, Praveen.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
சொல்லலாமா? ஒன்றும் இல்லை, அது வந்து சிக்னல்ல வந்து ரிப்பீட்டர்ல ரீஜெனரேட்டர் வச்சு ப்ராசஸர் வச்சிருந்தா சிக்னலை மட்டும் ஆம்பிளிஃபை பண்ணிடலாம், நாய்ஸை வந்து சப்ரஸ் பண்ணிடலாம்.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
அந்த ப்ரொவிஷன் இருந்தா.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's based on the
new generationல
the repeater characteristics.
ஆமா, நியூ ஜெனரேஷன் ரிப்பீட்டர்ல அது இருக்கு.
Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Both the answers are correct. Yours as well as that.
Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Correct.
Yes, yes.
Your earlier repeaters may not have that options. But
yes.
The reason this receiver will extract only the signal and suppress noise, and then regenerate the signal and transmit.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes.
Sorry for disturbing.
Okay, sir. No issue. Thank you so much, sir. What is single mode and RT have asked the question, what is single mode and multi-mode fiber? That is based on the mode characteristics. How mode is a set of electromagnetic wave. Either we are transmitting in a single mode characteristics or in a multi-mode signal. Maybe we will discuss end of this unit 1. Any other question from this? We have discussed now. Windows generally the name, there is the thing, first window, second window is equal to first generation, second generation, and third generation. So first generation is first window, second generation is second window, third generation is third window. That is simple. So first generation, first window is 850, second window is 1300, third window may be 1550 nanometer. That is it. So till now maybe we have discussed the introduction and what is the need of why need of optical communication and what is the optical communication and evaluation of optical fiber communication systems. So I told that we are going to see a little bit in depth of optical windows and optical systems and everything. One thing I have a doubt. Any other questions? Any other questions regarding that till now? Please unmute anyone. Please answer. Are you clear till now?
Even somebody has asked.
Yes, sir.
Aarthi நினைக்கிறேன். Aarthi. What is single mode fiber and multi mode fiber?
Yes, sir.
Name clearly இருக்கு பதில் அப்படினு சொல்றேன். Good man. At least I encourage you. At least you have come forward to ask questions. Sorry, any questions? ங்கறாரு யாரும் கேட்க மாட்டாங்க.
Yes, they will ask. I think.
Very good. We will encourage.
Since it is a post lens, definitely all the students may have some issues.
Single mode fiber na single mode only will be supported. Multi mode fiber na many modes, more than single mode.
Yes.
Fiber will support.
Yes. Any other questions from? Any other? I think all the people are very silent. Why? It makes me a very so embarrassing situation. Either you are following or not, or how I can understand. Are you clear till this moment?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Good. Sir?
Almost முடிக்க போறீங்க இல்லையா? நான் அதனால பேசுறேன்.
Yes, sir.
இப்போ நீங்க क्वेश्चन கேட்கலன்னா நேரா வீட்டுக்கு வரவோம்னு சொல்லுங்க. புராணா வரும் பையனுக்கு எல்லா क्वेश्चन கேட்க ஆரம்பிச்சிடுவாங்க.
Yes.
Sorry. Continue, Praveen. I may leave the meeting soon.
Okay, sir. So okay. Janani asked the question is how many data can be transmitted at the same time? For the particular this type of question, it based on the capacity of the fiber cable, how much the information, how much the modes can transmit in the particular cable. Based on that only you can say generally. But generally in optical fiber, you can see now in recent trends or in research, they have concluded that around in a nanometer, you can see 10^14 gigahertz information you can share. But in terms of bits per second, around 15 or more than gigabits per second, you can transmit in the particular cable or an optical fiber. Before that, any transmission medium or any communication system, if you are going to transmit one information from one place to another place, you have to pick for how long distance I am going to transmit. Based on that only, you have to choose your sources, and also you have to choose your fiber material, that is a fiber type of fiber cable and everything, and what type of receiver you are going to use at the receiver end. All those things you have to decide before going to transmit. Then only you can say this is the amount of energy, this is amount of bits per second that fiber accept from transmitter to receiver, everything which comes under based on the how many the modes, that is what is the fiber material you are going to choose. So for that question, how many data can be transmitted at the same time, it depends on the fiber cable which you are going to utilize for the particular transmission. Either it is a long distance communication or short distance communication. Either in terms of you are going to as a source maybe a laser or in a LED. In terms of a receiver, when you are speaking in terms of it is either a pin photodetector or avalanche photodiode. Based on that only you can say this is the amount of energy is going to be transmitted. But generally in optical system, I told that it is 850 nanometer. When you are converting those information in terms of frequency in hertz, it is approximately 10^14 hertz. Okay, so that amount of information you can transmit generally, as you can understand easily in terms of hertz, there is 10^14 hertz you can transmit. That amount of information you can transmit when you're converting into the form of light generally, either in 850 or in a 1330 or 1550. Okay, I think I have answered the questions. Janani.
மறுபடியும் இன்டர்ஃபியர் பிரவீன், மறுபடியும் இன்டர்ஃபியர்.
Oh yes sir.
அந்தமா
Yes, I just proceed sir, no issue.
அதான் ஜனனி, not only to Janani, to everybody, ஒரு லாஜிக்கலா சொல்லணும்னா சார் has answered to a engineering or a student or an engineer in detail, elaborately சூப்பரா சொன்னாரு. அதை புரியாதவங்களுக்கு சொல்லிக்கணும்ன்ற மாதிரி சொன்னோம்னா, I'm talking in Tamil as well as English, please account it. ஒரே ஒரு சிங்கிள் ஃபைபர் கேன் டிரான்ஸ்மிட் 1 million டெலிபோன் சேனல்ஸ். அதான் டேட்டா. ஒரு டெலிபோன் சேனல் 4 kHz. One telephone channel 4 kilohertz. So 1 million telephone channels on a single mode fiber. That's data rate.
Yes, sir.
Multiply 1 million by 4 kilohertz.
Yes. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. So next is we will go the next one, or we will stop here. At least if we speak for this type of questions, at least either we have to go or stop. What is the time which I have given for this particular hour? I think it's 2:30 to 3:40 or 3:30. Oh, 3:15. Okay.
3:15, sir.
Quick answers. Already it is 3:20. Okay, we will stop here. I think Aparna have asked one question. Thus, fiber optical cables are laid underwater through the very long distance. Thus, the data carried by the optical fibers is reliable, sir. Is it resistive to outside environmental conditions like seawater? Seawater, under the seawater communication is very difficult because either in terms of optical fiber, wherever if I installing either in underwater or maybe in a normal communication, which are having arc fiber communication. In a Chennai, maximum households they are used to the communication by the help of arc fiber or geo fiber. Both the terms are the same. There is either in underwater or in a ground laid system. Especially in underwater, we have a temperature characteristics and also the density of water will play an important role. But especially if we are going by the optical wireless in underwater, it is very difficult. It is very difficult to transmit the information anywhere, either in underwater or a normal indoor communication. Also, it is in the wireless, optical wireless. It is a recent trends. They are doing the research also. In those areas, definitely it is very hectic. But in optical fiber, the distance may be advantage, and also the data rate may be the huge data rate you can transmit. That is the thing. Okay, I think we will stop here. Any other questions? Okay. 1 second, I stop recording. Maybe